Welcome, intrepid explorers and seekers of the mysterious, to a journey through the annals of time and the hollowed halls of the past. Today, we embark on an adventure that transcends the ordinary, delving into the captivating history of the Bloomingdale Insane Asylum. Nestled on the outskirts of the quaint town of Bloomingdale, this once vibrant institution has witnessed the ebb and flow of centuries, echoing with tales of compassion, innovation, and the enigmatic shadows that linger in its decaying corridors. Join us as we unravel the tapestry of this historic asylum, exploring its rise, evolution, and the whispers of a haunted legacy that captivates the imagination. Get ready for a journey that transcends the boundaries of time and space. The history of Bloomingdale Insane Asylum awaits. Nestled on the outskirts of the quaint town of Bloomingdale, where ancient Moors whispered secrets to the wind and gnarled trees stood sentinel over time, the Bloomingdale Insane Asylum bore witness to a history that transcended the confines of its decaying walls. With its origins rooted in a bygone era, the asylum stood as a testament to the evolution of mental health care and the indomitable spirit of those who sought refuge within its labyrinth corridors. The tale of Bloomingdale Insane Asylum began in the late 19th century, a time when society grappled with the understanding and treatment of mental illness. Driven by a burgeoning awareness of the complexities of the human mind, the citizens of Bloomingdale rallied to establish an institution that would offer solace and healing to those deemed insane by the standards of the era. The visionary behind this endeavor was Dr. Elijah Thornton, a pioneering psychiatrist whose progressive views on mental health challenged the prevailing notions of the time. Dr. Thornton envisioned an asylum that would depart from the harsh and often inhumane practices of the existing institutions. His dream was to create a haven where individuals grappling with mental illness could find understanding, compassion, and a pathway to recovery. In 1885, after years of tireless advocacy and fundraising efforts within the Bloomingdale community, Dr. Thornton's vision materialized in the form of the Bloomingdale Insane Asylum. The asylum's architecture, a blend of Victorian grandeur and compassionate design, reflected the enlightened principles upon which it was founded. Its sprawling grounds boasted well-tended gardens, therapeutic spaces, and innovative treatment areas, making a departure from the grim and foreboding institutions of the past. The Bloomingdale Insane Asylum soon gained a reputation beyond the confines of the town. Families from neighboring communities sought the asylum's compassionate care for their loved ones, contributing to its growth and fostering a sense of camaraderie among those committed to challenging the stigma surrounding mental illness. However, as the 20th century dawned, the landscape of mental health care underwent significant shifts. Advances in psychiatry, coupled with changing social attitudes, prompted a re-evaluation of the traditional asylum model. The mid-20th century witnessed a gradual transition towards community-based mental health care, marking the decline of large-scale institutions like Bloomingdale. According to Columbia University Library in the 1850s, a patient might be admitted to the asylum against their choice. Some actual incidents, such as Caroline Underhill, who was forcibly committed by her nephew and sister, ring out from the past. Commodore Richard W. Meade, the brother of Gettysburg battle hero General George Meade, was even imprisoned after refusing to sanction his daughter's wedding. A woman was committed after discovering her husband having an affair. He only allowed her to be released if she swore not to mention it again. On August 12, 1872, Julius Chamber, a reporter, registered as a patient at the asylum. Following his stay, he wrote articles titled "Among the Maniacs," a night of terror among raving patients, sleep disturbed by agonized cries of dangerous idiots, closed cells, uncomfortable beds and chairs, scanty and foul food, filthy baths, and rude and vulgar attendants. No amusements, games, or reading matter. Imbecile boys exposed naked to the sun, and vulnerable blind men beaten by enraged keepers. In the early 1990s, the decision was made to officially close the doors of Bloomingdale Insane Asylum. The once vibrant institution that had played a crucial role in challenging the stigma surrounding mental health was now a relic of a bygone era. The closure sparked a mix of emotions within the community: nostalgia for the institution's rich history, a sense of loss for the end of an era. and hope for the continued progress of mental health care in the new forms. As the asylum's doors closed, whispers of its haunted past began to circulate. Local folklore intertwined with the asylum's history, weaving tales of restless spirits and the echoes of bygone patients. The abandoned corridors and dilapidated wards became the canvas for ghost stories that added an air of mystery to the once thriving institution. Missy, a doll, is the subject of one especially disturbing report. In the late 1800s, a young girl called Jane Bielowski received a small doll as a gift and instantly called it Missy. Jane's friends began to die under mysterious reasons when the doll entered her life. When the crimes were investigated, the only person there at the time of the murders was young Jane. When officials attempted to question Jane, she erupted in a rage, screaming Missy was the one who murdered all of her friends. According to reports, the young girl went crazy and accused her doll of the murders before tossing the doll out of her apartment window and screaming, "Bad Dolly, you naughty dolly." Jane was admitted to Bloomingdale Asylum for hysteria treatment. She stayed till her death in 1968. Even as an elderly woman, she insisted that the culprit was her doll. In terms of hauntings, visitors to the area have reported dramatic temperature dips as they get closer to the remaining structure. It's almost as if the ghosts are actually confined inside the building, unable to go even 10 feet. Others have claimed seeing apparitions and hearing disembodied moans coming from the building and its surroundings. Some have even been touched or pushed as they make their way out of the asylum grounds, as if the spirits here are actually saying get out. Other portions of the asylum that remain are underground in the shape of tunnels. While these tunnels carried pipes and cables, traditions has it that state patients were imprisoned inside for misbehaving. In the years that followed, Bloomingdale Insane Asylum became a subject of a fascination for urban explorers, historians, and those intrigued by the intersection of history and the supernatural. The dilapidated state of the asylum's buildings only fueled the mystique surrounding its haunted reputation. Today, the Bloomingdale Insane Asylum exists in the liminal space between history and legend. Its halls, once filled with the footsteps of caregivers and the laughter of residents, now echo with the whispers of a bygone era. As the asylum stories endures, it serves as a reminder of the ever-evolving nature of mental health care, the resilience of the human spirit, and the importance of compassion in the face of societal challenges. As our journey through the captivating history of Bloomingdale Insane Asylum comes to a close, we stand on the threshold of the past, having ventured through the corridors of time and witnessed the echoes of a bygone era. From the compassionate vision of Dr. Elijah Thornton to the evolving landscape of mental health care, Bloomingdale Insane Asylum has been a witness to history, an enigmatic chapter in the story of human resilience. As we bid farewell to the decaying grandeur and haunted whispers of this once thriving institution, remember that the threads of its legacy continue to weave through the fabric of our understanding of mental health. May the adventures of the past inspire compassion, curiosity, and a commitment to destigmatizing the complexities of the human mind. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling expedition into the heart of Bloomingdale Insane Asylum's adventurous history. Until our next exploration, stay curious and keep the spirit of adventure alive.